welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Huskers will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Delaware's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
The Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. All kinds of time before he fires right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Great job getting the interception, maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy, you're finding your blockers, you're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
The Huskers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They go to the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. The give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Completes it in the middle. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays. Now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets it past the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the tight end. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 17 to Coastal Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Blue Hens come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on third and short. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And the Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Huskers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to go up top on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Cantrell.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Strong. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up second down.
Rides to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And this one is perfect.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wants to fire on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Punt is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Sets up the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Strong. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Strong. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Out of bounds at the 36. Good enough.
To the air on first down. Release to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Culliver. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Snagged in the middle. It's Culliver. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
At the 36. That's a first down for the
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
by the receiver.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any creep. Coverage and 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
One of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete on the right side. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Off play action. Here's the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker is Cantrell. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense with a big opportunity in the red zone.
Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Back's got it. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard Boomer Sooner a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They'll go right back to the run. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Blue Hens want to move quickly. Out of the shotgun on third down. That's reeled in. It's strong. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Touchdown, Delaware! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
First down for the offense.
The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He'll do it himself. On his feet at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Cornhuskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the tight end. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Field goal is good.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Grabbed in the middle. It's strong. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Snagged out of the air. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
With the catch, it's Cantrell. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catches signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Gets it out fast. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big...
Makes the grab right down the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Blue Hens will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Finds a tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Touchdown, Delaware! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Liberty went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Flames ever do that? Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They want that clock to run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turn now.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Delaware.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Delaware! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it along the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
On the play. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. With the ball marked down at the 33, that'll leave them with a 50-yard attempt to try to win this game. Just drives it between the uprights. And now they take the lead. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.